All right. Hey guys, and welcome. We're going to be doing something a little new here. I'm still going to be doing my Chicago Cubs playthrough at least until I win the World Series. But just to change it up a little bit, I am going to do an expansion series with a summer league baseball team that I got the opportunity to work with last summer and um, am anticipating working for again this year once we are released from our homes. The DuPage Pistol Shrimp. They play in what's known as the Prospect League, which is located here in the Midwest. It's mostly Illinois down through Indiana, Missouri, kind of that area, and they've got a team out in West Virginia as well. But I had the opportunity to work for the Pistol Shrimp last year doing their TV broadcasts, or I guess their internet TV broadcasts on prospectleague.tv. I got to do some play-by-play, color commentary for them. So it was a lot of fun. It was a really well put together program. It was their first year in existence, and had a lot of fun. So I figured I would start up an expansion team with the Pistol Shrimp and see how long it takes for me to win it all. So I just expanded the major leagues, 2 teams, and just take a look at the other team. The other team I just left as is, and they are in the National League East, the Charlotte Fusion. We are the DuPage Pistol Shrimp, and we will be in the American League Central. So Chicago will have a natural rival as DuPage is a county outside of Chicago. So. And we are at the very beginning here. We haven't done anything. The only thing I did was fire my personnel, or I will fire my personnel. I want to hire my complete staff myself. I don't want to let the computer do it for us. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a assistant general manager. And obviously, with us being a new team, we're looking for somebody who really favors prospects. I would prefer someone who favors on base percentage, and a lot of this doesn't really matter since I'm the one making the deals. So we'll find somebody that appeals to me, and we'll just jump in. Would like someone who favors on base percentage. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go after Matt Biggers, prospect, hitting, neutral, and on base percentage. So Matt Biggers will hopefully be the first general manager of the DuPage Pistol Shrimp. Let's go to pitching coaches. And I have a feeling I'm going to go heavy with power pitchers, at least initially. That just seems to make sense. So Doug Bochtler. No, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, well, let's fix that. Yes, I know he'll be upset. That's fine. I want him to be the pitching coach. There we go. Hitting coach. I prefer either power or patience. But I also want somebody who's relatively young. Let's go with Bill Miller. Give Billy Miller a contract. We want to find a scout. And we would prefer someone who's excellent across the board, and Chris Nathan looks like a good choice. Let's look at team trainers. Dan Wright looks pretty solid across the board. Let's make him our team trainer. Yeah, and as you can see, we have 0 roster. The expansion draft will be coming up on the 26th. We'll sim ahead to free agency. There are a couple of players on waivers that we might want to take a look at, as well as a couple of free agents that we might want to sign. Let's see if we can get, let's see, he's 22. I think maybe we just offer, let's claim him. And it looks like it's all pitchers. Not really interested in anybody else, but he was pretty young, and you never know what you're going to get out of a 2-star or 22-year-old pitcher. Free agents, is there anybody there that we want to jump at really quickly? Alex Avila can't hit, but he's a very good defensive catcher. I think we're going to hold off on the free agent market. Probably get these guys for nothing down the road. I do want to show, let's just take a look at, as you can see, here is logo number 1, logo number 2. Here is their jersey logo, ball cap logo, and this is what the team looks like. So I suppose I could have gone into Photoshop and messed around with this, and that might be something I do, but I didn't feel like doing it right now. I wanted to get to the game. So that is the team colors, team logos, and everything. Let's go to team settings, edit the ballpark. Here is where they play. This is Benedictine Sports Complex. So yeah, just figured I would throw a picture in there of the actual ballpark. So let's also do this really quickly. Look at, guess we can't look at who won the last World Series. Oh, and my owner's name is Forrest Gump, Pistol Shrimp. Figured I would go with the Forrest Gump thing. And if you want to know what a pistol shrimp is, I will post a link in the description that goes into exactly what a pistol shrimp is. But essentially, it's a shrimp that uses its fist and punches its prey, and it hits them so hard it knocks them out. So it uses its hand like a pistol. So yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. All right, let's go ahead and just sim up. I'm not going to do the entire offseason here. I think with this first episode, it's just going to be a preview and then do the expansion draft, and then we'll probably finish the first offseason and jump into the beginning of the season in the next episode. So we picked up Chris Nathan. Excellent. Oh, there we go. The Braves won the World Series. They beat the Yankees. Yankees over the Twins. Braves over the Dodgers. Braves beat the Yankees. So we picked up Doug Bachler, Dan Wright. We got our trainer, our pitching coach, and our scouting director. Good. Got our hitting coach, Bill Miller, Red Sox hero. Got our general manager. So I think that's everyone, right? Let's take a look at personnel just to be safe. Yep, that's everybody. See, what else did we... Oh, we also wanted to take a look at this. Obviously, we're not going to win it all this year. We don't need to spend a ton of money on free agents. So I think it probably makes sense to just invest as much as possible into scouting and development. Ooh, $34 million. I don't think we need that much. I'd rather spend it here. Right? That makes more sense. Nope, not 2 million. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still have $15 million. So what we might try to do is see if we can pick somebody up or pick some people up relatively cheap. And then with whatever's left, we may dump it back into the player development machine, so to speak, as this is where this is what's going to determine how successful we are. And I don't even think 20, that's a lot of money in draft budgets. Do I want to hold off? Well, let's see how free agency goes. And if we need to take some money away from draft budget and put it someplace else, we can. That's just a lot of money in the draft budget. I mean, I know that will allow us to not be picky about who we take in the first round of the upcoming draft, but still. I gotta shut off baseball cards. Let's do that right now. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. It's here, I think. Almanac. Oh, where is it? Global settings. I know you guys are probably yelling at the computer screen, telling me where it is. I'll find it eventually, right there. Enable baseball cards. All right, so free agency. This might be a place we can, international free agency might be a place we can sign one or two players as, oh, that's not good. As they can probably, yeah, you see a lot of these guys are going to be, oh, he's not cheap. I thought I saw 1.9 million, but he'll still be there. I mean, we don't have to do it right now. I want to get through the expansion draft first, and then we'll take a look and see what's available. So let's go to the expansion draft. We have the second pick. That is fine. All right, and let's see. They took Patrick Weigel. All right, so let's get into this, shall we? I'm going to move the mic here, so if I make a bunch of noise, I apologize. All right, so let's look at batters first. I got to take into account money as well. I don't want to spend a ton of money in the expansion draft. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, these guys aren't going to be, a lot of these guys are going to be trade bait when it's all said and done. I think I'm going to go Cedric Mullins and Arcia. Orlando Arcia. Draft him. Draft Cedric Mullins. Oops, did I? Wait a second. What is going on? Oh, I picked 4 Charlotte. All right, I'm confused. Oh, they must have taken... Oh, I see what happened. I picked for them. All right, that's fine. So now it's, I thought it was a what do you call it, a snake draft where they have the first pick, I have picks 2 and 3, they have picks 4 and 5, but apparently it is not set up that way. So that's fine. They want me to take Donovan Walton. I don't want to. Yeah. Let's look at starting pitchers. There is one 3-star starting pitcher out there. EJ Antone. Let's look at potential. Not much better, but there are some options anyway. Brett Kennedy's okay. Ricardo Sanchez is okay. This is going to be bad, guys. We are not going to be good this year. Do we go with our fan favorite Estevan Florial from our Cubs series? He played okay for us until he got hurt. Frazier. There's another one we had in the Cubs series. I want to try to stay away from those guys. Just for continuity's sake, I guess. Jose Ozuna. That's not bad. 100 gap power. I know I'm overthinking this. I mean, we're going to be terrible, so it doesn't really matter, but Joe Rizzo looks pretty good. Let's take Joe Rizzo. I want to see something. Yeah, I think I drafted for... Yeah, I wanted him, but I think I drafted for them, so they will get him. That's fine. All right, so they took Tyler Wade. Brinson's got some pop in his bat. Pretty good fielder. He's never going to hit for a high average, but... The road I want to go. It's always important to get yourself a catcher. They tend to go quickly, and then you're left with trash. Albert Almora. It's always a solid pick. He's 26. I think we're going to do that. Let's get ourselves Albert Almora. Pick up a center fielder. So we did a pretty good job up the middle, I think. Jonathan Aruz. He's only 22. Tapia. Run power, Chris Davis. Oswaldo Arcia. Buddy Young. That can also hit for a bit of average. Not really. Justin Williams isn't bad. Average big leaguer. Okay. Justin Williams it is. All right, now we got to start looking at some pitchers here. I think we'll go Junior Fernandez. Try to load up on some of these young bullpen arms that we can use to trade closer to the deadline. Let's go Brett Kennedy. He will be our ace. Supak's bad. Their Widner, he's at least got 3 decent pitches. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's... All right, let's look at Levers again. Diego Castillo isn't bad. Put up a pretty good season last year for Tampa. Yeah, just looking for young, moderately young players who have some upside that if we need to move them, we can. All right, let's take Castillo. Let's go back and look at batters. Rodolfo Duran. Get ourselves a catcher. Our scout seems to like him a little bit. It's fine. So what do we need? First base, second base, left field. I kind of want to just go after Florial. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really concerned about current potential. They wanted me to take Donovan Walton. I'll take him now since I still need a second baseman. Probably be my leadoff hitter as it looked like he had decent eye and decent avoid K. So first base, left field, and then we can go pretty much anything we want at that point. Let's see if we can pick up another starter. Starting pitching is going to be a real problem for us. Ricardo Sanchez is only 23. I think I'll take a chance on him. And let's look at Brett Anderson's bad. I feel like I have to just take I gotta take runs on guys like guys like this. Miguel Yahure. All right, let's go back to batters. Carlos Rincon. Double A for the Dodgers. Sherten Apostle. All right. Joey Votto. $25 million. No, thank you. Garrett Whitley. Keel Badu. He's pretty good. He could develop like that. This guy was really good as a catcher in, I want to say, 2019, Out of the Park Baseball 19. Really, really good. These numbers peaked in the 80s and 90s. That's a lot of really bad baseball players. Sure. Mike Poppy. Under Alonso. No. Batting ratings. Let's see if anybody who's still halfway decent might be a little bit older. Matt Beatty. He's not bad. Now let's take Matt Beatty to be our starting first baseman. And I want to take Lewis Brinson just because I've wanted him for a few rounds now. All right. Pitchers. Let's take some Nick Anderson. Anybody else here any good, or are they all pretty much garbage? They're all pretty much garbage. Bradley's not bad. Contract just for the 1 year. I wish it told you over here somewhere like how much you spending, like what your player payroll was, but it's fine. We need some more starting pitchers. DJ Antone. Let's go back to batters. Sure. Jose Osuna. I just like the gap power, I guess. Who's our best eye? Joey Votto. I don't want Joey Votto. Looking for. Let's try to find that veteran backup catcher who just isn't god awful. Yeah, they don't exist. Okay, so they're just all bad. What is a Rob Brantley? Considered one of the team leaders? Sure. We need a backup catcher. All right, let's just look at all batters again. Let's look at batting potential. Angel Aguilar. I'm going to take Florial just because he's still there. Now I'm going to take Sherton Apostle. Is he still there? Who do they think I should take? Taylor Jones. Oh, he's really good defensively. 21 home runs last year in Round Rock for the Astros. Sure. Taylor Jones looks good. Simon Muzziotti. Ooh, I like him. Looks like he could be a pretty good prospect. Sure. Who's next? Esteban Quiros. Meh. He's still around, so we'll take him. I liked him a bunch of rounds ago, right? All right. Here's a 21-year-old, 38 contact. Garrett Cooper's 29. Let's look at some of the young players. Guy Rosario. Good eye. Speed. Sure. Guy works. Look at the youngest pitchers. Dyson Acosta. Chance Adams. Should probably take him because we need more pitching. Our pitching is really, really bad. Draft until next. Let's look at again. Victor Arano. David Bednar. He's not bad. He's got three pitches. That works. I'll take David Bednar. Colin Posh I'll take. It's just a killer slider. Right? Let's go back to starters here. I'm probably going to do another 3 or 4 rounds. Trey Supak. Another 3 or 4 rounds here, and then let the PC sim the rest. Then we'll set up our rotation. We'll do a little bit of free agency and Probably go up to the Rule 5. Probably makes the most sense. Do some Rule 5 stuff, and then see if we can pick up a good name or two in the Rule 5. Oh, God, there's just nothing left. And I don't know what I expected, but Darian Gonzalez isn't the worst ever. All right, so we're at 30, so that's fair. So we did the first 30 rounds. So let's because, as we've talked about, it's not about the upcoming season. It's about the seasons after that. So let's go ahead and let them set up the team. Okay, so we've got about $7.5 million for free agency. $22 million payroll. It is the worst payroll or the lowest payroll in the game. Did it not take people, or did it? What did it do? It did the same thing for them. I guess we're just not going to have a minor league system this year. Okay. That is fine. All right, so put Florial, Rosario, Apostle, and Badu in AAA. For now, we may as well just stick them there, right? All right, so let's take a look at free agents. And we're looking for either really cheap starting pitching or minor league or bats or some really cheap bats. So what we might do is wait a bit and see if we can get any last minute deals. Let's take a look at the batters. Just a Merritt. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to wait for all these 2 and 3 star players to no longer have demands and have just looking for free agent deals. So we've got our lineup is filled out. I mean, it's not very good, but it's filled out. Same thing with our pitching staff. So we don't need to spend any money. We can, but we don't need to. Let's go ahead and sim to the Rule 5 draft. So yeah, it's all going to be about drafting and talent development here, I think. All right, it is time for the Rule 5 draft. Anything major happen? Trevor Bauer signed with the Red Sox. Lourdes Gurriel was traded to St. Louis. Mookie Betts signed with the Nationals. Ricky Carrasco retired at the age of 33. Encarnacion with the Twins. All right. Let's go to the Rule 5 draft. We have the number 1 pick in the Rule 5 draft. That's nice. All right. So, really, it's just take whoever, because these are all going to be the best player on our team, right? Zaro Armenteros. Talent to flourish in the majors. We might go heavy here on this. There's no reason not to. Yes, we'll take Armenteros. Let's look at pitchers, specifically starters. Jabu Bukowskis. I think that's a no-brainer. Draft until next. Sean Anderson. He's not bad. Ronzi Contreras. Gonzalez. Christian Javier. Yes, I understand. I'm just reading off their names. You guys can do that too. I apologize. Huskar Inyoa. He's going to probably be... I mean, there's no reason for me not to load up on Rule 5, right? There just isn't. Relievers. Go back to batters. Let's see if there was anybody else there. Thinking Freudis Nova. It's only 20. Does my scout think of him? Unleash his obvious talent. All right, Freudis Nova it is. And we'll go one or two more rounds here. Justin Gray is just a solid bat. Play multiple positions. Wow, there are a lot of 2.5-star, 3-star players. There's Levon Soto. We had him for a short time in the Cubs series. Connor Wong. Let's do it like this. Batting potential. Let's just look at it this way. I think it's Ornelas is the obvious answer, right? And then go with Peraza after that. Let's do that. Well, Ornelas, Peraza, and we went really heavy on the Rule 5, but we will call it there. We could probably just keep going, but I don't want to fill my team. Yeah, I mean... It looks like Charlotte stopped right after us, too, so... All right, well, that's fine. I'm happy with that. So we got a couple of pitchers, couple of bats. Cool. All right, so I think I'm gonna sim ahead. Let's go ahead to let's do Hall of Fame voting first. Mr. Bonds, Mr. Clemens, Todd Helton, Hudson, Andrew Jones, Jeff Kent, Manny, Schilling, Sheffield, and Vizquel. All right, where are we? We still have about $7 million. Just want to look at, yeah, I mean, let's look at what Charlotte's in the same place as us in terms of finances. Let's immediately shop and just for S's and G's, you can see I've got trading difficulty set on hard, trading preference neutral. I leave it on neutral just because to me that is the most realistic setting. If you have a team that's in win now and you can get them to offer up a prospect, that makes sense to me. So I leave it on neutral. Salaries. Let's see what we can get for Mr. Bradley. All we want are prospects. Even a 2.5-star prospect I would take. Okay. And there are some prospects here. Bobby Dahlbeck. Gonna get good power out of him, but that's about it. Jaron Kendall, good defense. No real bat to speak of. Yeah, I mean you're gonna get flawed prospects. That's what you're gonna get here, and that's fine. That's it is what it is. Tristan Gray. Oh wait, not set on. Let's do that. Let's look at regulars too, because maybe you can get a regular who is on a cheap, minor league minimum type deal or something. Yeah, see, you immediately get a ton more offers. All right. You're really going to make me bite on Julio Urias again? See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, you can get Damon Jones. He's not cool. That control's really bad. I mean, you're not going to get a perfect prospect. You're going to get flawed players. That's just the way it is when you're offering up someone like this. Yep, there's our deal right there. Sean Reed Foley. Can we get anything else out of Jays for this? Got a couple of players that I tend to like. I like Jordan Groshans. So I got to shut off. I had commissioner mode on when I took over the team. Make sure I shut that off. All right. Who do you want for Groshans? Anderson and Fernandez? I mean, maybe? Like, if I gave you Anderson, would you give me Kloffenstein as well? No, you wouldn't. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. It would be nice to have Grosjean, sure. Worst offer you've ever seen in your career. Stop being so dramatic. Otto Lopez. Really want Grosjean's, but I'm not prepared to give up Nick Anderson, who's really cheap and 5-star. That's a later in the year thing, I think. All right, well, I'm okay with that. Go after Sean Reed Foley, and that frees up another $5 million that we can spend. So let's take a quick look at the free agent market and see if any of these requests have come down at all. I mean, we have to sign minor league free agents in case we get injuries. Oswaldo, Forrest all day. Yeah, you got to have minor league free agents in case people get hurt. Let's look at pitchers. Again, I'm just sort of throwing out minor league deals at people who aren't asking for big league money. Saw another starter right here. It's only half a star. Raul Alcantara. Dylan Bundy. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and sim ahead to opening day, or at least until spring training. Yeah, I'll submit to opening day. You guys don't necessarily want to watch opening day. And we will go over any moves that I made between now and opening day. So for you, it'll be just a second. For me, it'll be a time to be determined. Be right back. All right, it is opening day. So let's quickly take a look at some of the secondary moves we made in our downtime. So the only real move of substance we made was we signed Matthew Boyd to a 1-year, $1.2 million contract. He isn't very good, but he will more than likely be our ace this season. He's going to start on opening day. Hall of Fame, Schilling, Bonds, and Clemens all make it. And then we signed a bunch of players to minor league deals as depth and potential trade bait. It's just all about gathering resources. So Wellington Castillo, Tyler Flowers, Matt Shoemaker, Mikael Franco, Drew Smiley, and this Wante Choi is a 24-year-old out of Korea, and his numbers aren't, or his ratings aren't terrible. We have low scouting accuracy, so I'm hoping that, I have that wrong. He's a 1.5 star pitcher. You know, if these develop, great. If not, whatever. He's minor league depth. Financial update. He raised our budget to $120 million. He took control of my player development and international draft budgets. He actually raised my development budget to $24 million. I raised our scouting budget to 18. So again, it's all about scouting and development. Our draft budget's $22 million, which is higher than it needs to be, but I can't change it. International free agents is at $5 million, and then everything else. Let's see what else. We don't have any of the top 10 prospects. You can see Wander Franco, Jared Kelenic, Alec Boehm, Royce Lewis, Austin Martin, Emerson Hancock, Dustin May, Nelson Treviso, Tony Ramirez, and CJ Abrams are the top 10. For us, our top prospect is Tiso Ornelas. It's number 180. We got him in the Rule 5 draft. So he'll be with us for the year. Our number 2 project, Lazaro Amentaros, was also a Rule 5 pick. He'll be with us for the entire season. So we're going to have a lot of Rule 5 players on our team. So we got 37 players on the active roster. We do have to cut that back. Only 14 pitchers, so we only need to send down a couple of pitchers. And I mean, they're all equally terrible. But I think Chance Adams and let's take a look at the where am I going here? Where am I going? Game type, spring training. All right, so who was my worst pitcher in spring training? Take your damn pick. Wow. TJ Antone was terrible. I can't justify keeping him up. He had a 12 ER. Yeah, it's got to be Antone. All right, so that leaves us with 12 pitchers. So we have to send down 9 batters. All right, so let's just go position by position, I guess. So Brantley. Can't send Brantley down. Okay. It's going to be Rortvet. So that I have a lefty and righty. Peraza I have to keep up. He was a Rule 5. So Eguy Rosario is going to go down. Pablo Olivares is going to go down. Trying to send down all the obvious choices. Gabriel Maciel. Let's go here. He wasn't a Rule 5. Nope, so we can send him down. Dew and Florial, neither of them were Rule 5. I think we'll probably send them both down. All right, so how many does that leave us with? 28. So we got to send 2 more players down. They got to be outfielders. I mean, we've got a billion outfielders. So Matt Beatty. Suno was the one with the 100 gap power, yeah. Justin Williams. Oh, and I've got Armenteros is on the DL, so he'll be back shortly, and then I'll have to find a home for somebody else. So let's try to move. Except he's considered a leader. Let me, you know what? I have this. Not that. This. That. All right. So if we go back and we look at Almora, yeah, he is a leader, which is going to be necessary this year with how bad we are going to be. So Ornelas has to stay up. I think Muzziotti goes down for now. Gets some reps in AAA. Gotta send one more down. I feel like it has to be Beatty, but he's got some flexibility, and I like that. It's gonna be Aruz. In fact, I think I'm gonna move him. I don't like any of that. Not loyal to the team and lacks drive. Let's do this. Let's see what we can get. If anything, this year my players are going to be happy with each other. Saw Robbie Ray on the list. Chris Bryant. Wow. Okay. So we're going to have some options here, it looks like. I like Robbie Ray, but I don't want to pay that. Can we get them to eat money? Oh, okay. Figured if I could get him for half that, it might be worth it, but I'm not paying $12 million for Robbie Ray right now. Eduardo Rodriguez, though, might not be a bad deal. It's in the last year of his contract. Use it as a trading chip down the road. Almost rather someone like this, though, just because he's making $10 million less. Strom. Control. Not a whole lot. I mean, there are players that I could trade for, but if I make this move with the other expansion team, pick up another pitcher. He's got a 47 stamina. Is this really right? Did he really win 18 games for the Yankees last year? Last year, I mean real last year, not simmed last year. They hate it. That's fine. Where did they get Belak from? They claimed him on waivers. I kind of like him. What can I do to close that? Get ourselves a decent minor league pitcher. Who do you want? Anderson, Apostle, Arcia, Bednar, Castillo, Duran, Raza, Posh, Rortvet. Oh. Nope. Scar and Yoa, no. Can I have any prospects, or at least all the ones I have are going to be on my roster. Take Choi. Definitely need a lot more. It actually makes it worse. Oh, fair enough. E-guy. Yeah, see, my scout hates it, or my assistant GM hates it. All right, let's go back here. Let's do this. I don't want to spend a ton of time. This guy's not worth it, but we can pick up a decent prospect in exchange. Feel like it's a good value. Daniel Tillo. Not bad. He's not good, but he's not bad. Screw it. We'll just send him down to the minors for now. You never know when you're going to need the depth. All right, so our roster's set. So let's go ahead or it's set for now. I'm going to have to make another move once Armenteros comes back, but let's clear all the lineups. Batting ratings. All right, so Walton is going to be our leadoff hitter. Arcia will be our number 2, I guess. Oh man, this is not good. This is not good at all. Justin Williams will be our number 3. This is against righties. So Rizzo against righties doesn't really have a split. Brinson doesn't have a huge split, but it's there. It's righties. So do we go Williams, Beatty, Almora? So Nilas isn't any good yet, but I can't send him down, so he's going to get a lot of playing time off the bench. Peraza isn't going to get a ton of playing time this year either, unless we stick him at short, but I've got Arcia and Walton. My middle infield's actually not terrible. All right, so who's going to bat 4th? Get Justin Williams out in right field. Stick Brinson in center. Think so. Brinson in center. Beatty in left, because he can hit a little bit. He's actually a better hitter against lefties. That's weird. Okay. Zuna can play a bunch of different positions. All right. So we need catcher, first base, third base, and DH. Actually, we probably should do this. Center fielder. Kim the DH. Actually, he's a better right fielder, so I think we do this. I think we do that. So left field, third base, first base. Taylor Jones will bat there. Almora. It doesn't really matter, right? I'm really overthinking this for a lineup that's going to be really, really bad. Rizzo will bat 6th and play 3rd. Osuna will play left, or no. He'll be the left fielder. He'll be the DH. And against righties, we're going to go with Brantley. Oh boy, that's a bad lineup. Okay, it's fine. It is what it is. No, I don't want Duran batting. I want Duran batting at all as a non-catcher. Postel's going to get some playing time. Nealis will get some playing time. There. Get him, I don't know, once a week he can get a start. Raza, second and short. All right, so let's copy that. Paste it in here. All right, so what changes do we want to make against lefties? Duran is going to come in there. And Beatty was actually a better hitter against lefties. Justin Williams bad against lefties. He's not great. Yeah, so we'll do that. All right, that works. All right, so copy lineup. Paste. We need to get rid of the DH. That, and then come here. Copy lineup. Paste. The DH. That. Make sure everything is set. All right, so there is our lineup. It's not very good. It's planning for the future. I think if you look at our potential, things look a whole lot better. So yeah, Ornelas, Peraza, and Armenteros are my big three. You know, they'll get some playing time, get their feet wet this year, and we'll see what happens next year. Let's go over to the pitching staff now, which is just as bad. All right, so we're going to go Matthew Boyd. And our number 2 starter will be Kauskis. 5-man rotation. Our number 3 starter will be I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Let's go with Inoa, just because he's got some good stuff. Sean Reed Foley and Trey Supak. Go with that. So we've got what's his name? Hernandez is on the disabled list as well for a few more days. The injured list, rather. He'll be back in 9 days, and he'll go right into the bullpen, be in probably kind of a stopper role. But for now, Nick Anderson is going to be our stopper. We're going to pitch him as much as we possibly can. Colin Posh is going to be a setup man, 7th inning or later, and our backup closer. Diego Castillo is going to be our setup man, 6th inning or later. May as well go 6th inning or later. We may as well ride these guys into the ground. There's no reason not to. He will be a middle reliever backup. David Bednar is going to be our first middle reliever. We're going to use him more often. Ricardo Sanchez will be one of these guys is going to go down. I think it's going to be Gonzalez who goes down. Yeah, once all right, so we'll go middle relief here, then we'll go long relief, then we will go emergency starting pitcher. So once we get Fernandez back, Gonzalez will go down and everyone will just sort of shift down a spot. So here are your DuPage Pistol Shrimp for the 2021 season. And that's going to do it. So I am going to obviously keep playing my Cubs series until that one is finalized. We've got the off season coming up in that one, but this just allows me to split that up a little bit, and it allows me to do a little bit of both without getting tired of either one of them. So that's going to do it for this one. So please, as always, leave a like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and until we talk again, everybody take care. Bye bye.